Hello, sunshine! So today we are channeling all of the glowy, peachy goodness that we can muster, even though it is definitely not time to put away your snow boots yet. The holidays are over, but it's unfortunately still winter outside. It was 0 degrees when I woke up this morning. 0. That should be illegal. And anyone that lives further north than I do certainly has my respect. I truly don't know how you do it. So I am obviously mentally ready to move on to spring, and while Mother Nature may be holding me up for the next couple of months, at least my makeup can say, I just got back from a brisk jaunt to the farmer's market, even if it's mostly just an icy nightmare outside. So I'm starting off with my complexion, and I'm going to be using the Becca First Light Priming Filter. And I know in a few of my videos I've gotten tongue-tied and said the wrong thing when using one of the Becca primers. I do alternate between Backlight and First Light pretty frequently because they're both amazing and you can't go wrong either way. But just remember, Backlight, shiny, First Light, purple. The purple tone helps to brighten your skin. And it smells like lemons and ginger, which just puts me in a good mood. My face feels so awake now. I'm gonna do a pretty sheer application with my L'Oreal Lumi foundation. So I'm actually just gonna dot it in the areas that I want the most coverage. And then I'm gonna blend it out with a damp beauty blender. This is gonna give me a really natural, glowing complexion without any unwanted texture. All right, I've got my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in light medium, and I'm gonna use that just to get a little extra coverage under my eyes to brighten up. No dark circles. I'm gonna do a really light cream contour with my little baby stippling brush from Crown. And I have to say, there is one feature that I really like about Crown brushes, and that is the little finger divots for holding it in the handle. It makes me think of those little pencil cushions they give you in elementary school to help you hold the pencil. I think it makes for a very comfortable grip on the brushes, and as someone who chronically drops everything, I'll take what help I can get. So I'm gonna go lighter on my brows. I'm just going to lightly fill in the sparse areas and shape it up a little bit with the IT Cosmetics Super Skinny Brow Power Pencil. And I'm using shade Universal Auburn. Now, I will say, if you have red hair or you are a natural redhead, this is probably a really good pencil for you. For me, it's a little too red, so I only use it sometimes and very sparingly when I do, because my roots are so dark and my brows are naturally a pretty dark brown, so if I go overboard with this one, it can look a little bit unnatural. And I do still have some of my Anastasia Auburn brow gel left to darken it up a little bit and make the color a little bit more what I need it to be. I love It Cosmetics, but I'm definitely switching back to the Anastasia Auburn Brow Gel when this one runs out. Okay, so I'm gonna dust a little HD powder under my eyes and just where I've used that cream contour, just to help lock everything in place. Do a little bit on my forehead, and I'll hit my chin as well, but I like to leave the rest of my face dewy. Especially this time of year, I don't want to over mattify my face and wind up looking dry. And because I'm dry is exactly why I use an HD powder to set instead of a true setting powder. It doesn't add any unwanted texture to my skin, and sometimes if I use a regular traditional type of setting powder, I get really bad creasing under my eyes and just too much texture on my dry skin. Whereas an HD powder is going to actually blur surface texture, so it helps me out a little bit. Now, if you have oily to combination skin, I highly recommend using a regular setting powder to help lock everything in place and absorb excess oil, which an HD powder definitely will not do, because nobody wants their face to turn into a slip and slide. So I am going to prime my eyes with a little bit of Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Which matches my nails. Alright, so now I'm digging out the original, not the matte, because I don't have time for that, Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. The lashes that I stuck on there instead of putting them away are not standard, but you know, it is a feature you can add. I'm gonna get started with Peaches and Cream, and I'm gonna use that all over. And as I'm sure you can tell, I do this a lot. It's one of my favorite shades since I've sadly already hit pan. So I'm gonna take a little puree, dust that all through my crease. And I'm going to throw a little bit along my lower lash line. I'm going to take a flat shadow brush and apply a mixture of just Peachy and Candied Peach. This is going to go right in the center of my lid. I'm going to take a little bit of Bellini and add it right to the center of the center. Now I'm going to take my little pencil brush and place very carefully, charmed I'm sure, along my crease. The shade is very pigmented, so don't go overboard. Right on the outer corner here. All right, I'm just gonna blend it out. I love that point in doing your makeup where you don't have eyeliner or mascara on yet, and it looks like you might do some questionable activities in your spare time. So now I'm going to take that good old classic, or the little nub that's left of it. This is the Urban Decay eyeliner in 0. Alright, I'm just going to tightline on either side. And I'm just gonna use a little nude eyeliner in my waterline to brighten everything up. All right, so I am just gonna curl my lashes. Got that nice bright-eyed effect because I feel like I need to look awake for this. All right, and I'm just popping on some lashes real quick. All right, and then I'm just gonna add a little mascara. So in keeping with the kind of peachy, fresh-faced theme I'm going with today, I'm gonna use the NARS Orgasm Blush. And I think this is perfect because it's that sheer peach color with a little bit of gold luminosity. And then I'm just going to use a little NYX Liquid Illuminator in Sunbeam. And I think I am going to go back in and highlight the inner corners with just a little bit of Nectar, because I want that pretty kind of gold shimmer. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do is use a little bit of Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in Neon Carnival. Now this is super pigmented, so instead of putting it all over, I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and dab it, starting at the center and working my way out. And this is actually a really long-lasting lip, even though it's a gloss, because it is so pigmented. I mist my face just to combat the dryness, and I feel like I am ready to pretend it's spring, even though it's just the beginning of January and it's 0 degrees outside, and I feel like we've got a long, terrible winter ahead. So at least my face is bright, and we're just gonna fake our way through it. So make sure and like this video if you found it helpful, and feel free to let me know down in the comments what you are doing to perk yourself up to get through the sub-zero snow nightmare that is outside right now. And if this is your first time here, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel so that way you don't miss any of the videos that I put out for you guys on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And feel free to share if you know of anybody that could use a little sunshine in their day.